Hello, this is Marcus Montemer. Today is October 5th, 2018. Um, it is week 5 of my biology and anatomy class. Today I will be reviewing the axial and appendicular skeleton. I have a skeleton model which I will be pointing out the different types of bones in the skull, thoracic cage, the vertebral column, and the lower and upper extremities. So let's get started. Here is the anterior side of the skull. So here we have the maxilla, the mandible, the vomer bone, nasal bone, sphenoid bone. Here is the lacrimal, and then behind that is the ethmoid bone. This is the frontal bone. And let's see what else I did. And the zygomatic bone. Okay. So posterior side of the skull now. Here we have the occipital, the parietal, the temporal bone, and then the mandible. And then we'll go to the lateral side of the bone. Okay. Here's the mandible, the maxilla, nasal bone, the lacrimal bone, and then the ethmoid bone, the zygomatic bone, the frontal, parietal, occipital, temporal bone. Okay. I think that's it. And then we'll go to the inferior part of the skull. Here's the anterior side of the skull, posterior. Frontal bone, occipital, parietal. And then we have right here is our ethmoid bone, and then right behind that is our sphenoid bone. Okay. Then we will go over the vertebral column. C1 and C2 are called atlas and axis. This is the cervical vertebrae, the thoracic vertebrae, the lumbar vertebrae, the sacrum, and then the coccyx at the bottom. Then from there, we will go over the pectoral girdle, which contains the clavicle, the scapula attached to it, the humerus, the radius, and then the ulna. Then from there, we'll go on to the hands and wrist of the bone. So here we have the the scaphoid bone, the lunate bone, the triquetrum, and then right here, you can't really see it, but it's the pisiform. And then we have the trapezium right here, the trapezoid, the capitate, and then the hamate, hamate. And then here are the metacarpals, and then the phalanges. Okay. Then we'll go over the pelvic girdle, which includes the ilium, ischemium, and pelvic bone. This has the femur, the patella, the tibia, and the fibula. And then we'll go over the ankle and the foot and the ankle. Here is the medial cuneiform. Yeah, I think medial cuneiform. Double check. Medial cuneiform. Here is the intermediate cuneiform, lateral cuneiform, cuboid. This big bone right here is the calcaneus. This one is the navicular. This one's the talus. Here are the metatarsal tarsals, and these are the phalanges. And then I forgot to go over the thoracic cage. Here is the manubrium of the sternum, the body of the sternum, the true ribs, and then the false ribs that connect to costal cartilage that connect to the upper ribs, and then the floating ribs that don't connect to anything. And that should be it.